Happy Friday. All right, I survived the week. Oh my God. Monday was terrible. As you know, I've got my notes here. I lost $120.19 on Monday. Ugh. So I played it safe on Tuesday. I did a video on Tuesday showing that. I did very small share size. Got to come down on share size after you have a bad day. I got a little confidence back because I did $36.77. Not a lot, but again, a couple quick trades and small share size. So came back on Wednesday. I didn't do a video on Wednesday. It would have been kind of a lengthy video. I actually dropped share size and traded longer, and that ended up being $105.34. But I have family that just arrived that day, and I did not have time to make a video. There's no way, and especially when it was so many trades. All right, and then yesterday, no video. I did scalping drills. Again, family's in town. I can't sit here and concentrate. Everyone's talking, and it's Las Vegas. Everyone wants to go out all day long. Okay, so I did scalping drills. Scalping drills, and I did $9.15. Scalping drills, I've said this before. I take my scalping indicator, the volume bars that I have that show the buyers and the sellers, the green and the red. And all I do is I've got my hand on the mouse. If I'm in a long, I've got it sitting on the sell button. And as fast as I can, I'm just scalping for a few cents. Again, I notice the spread, so I got to figure that out. And then I'm watching to see if the buyers are at the top or at the bottom and how they're reacting with the sellers. And it's really hard to explain. I've been doing these drills for so long, but I'm watching to see if the buyers and sellers flip real fast and the buyers take over, sellers take over. And you start to see this pattern and you start to get a feeling. I have a feeling that it's a lot like watching level 2, but ThinkOrSwim has a horrible level 2. So this is the best I can do. I'm actually able to feel this fight going on and see momentum of when one's going to overtake the other and go up. And it really does help my trading a lot. The scalping indicator is amazing. And I'll put on the screen here where that comes from and how you can get it. So that was it on Friday. I ended up trading a lot of futures. I'm only trading for about an hour futures early in the morning, but I'm going to start showing more of that. I'm going to show you my NinjaTrader chart today, showing gold. Gold has been phenomenal. Oil has been phenomenal. They all have. I'm going to start showing more of my NinjaTrader chart to you guys. Today was all sim, so it's not in these totals, but I want to show you how these levels, and the YouTuber that I follow, and he trades every morning live, is Robert Anderson, and I've got that on the screen here. It's phenomenal, and I'm taking this more seriously. A couple of years ago, started trading futures and did well, but I kept wanting to get to know the ThinkOrSwim platform, and I started ignoring NinjaTrader. ThinkOrSwim charges, at least used to charge, a lot for futures. They've come down. So for those of you that want to trade futures but don't want to switch to NinjaTrader or another platform, ThinkOrSwim, I just called them recently, and they've come way down on their pricing for option or for futures. So that is a way to go. So let me show you my charts. I'm going to explain to you what the SMA and EMAs are that I'm using. And let's see what I did, okay? It was about, oh God, it was a couple $100 today on NinjaTrader. And I've had some big days this week on NinjaTrader. Again, I'll sim. All right, let's go see what I did. Here we go. Gold was running today. I mean, running up, running down. There was a lot of good trades to be had in gold today. Gold, oil, they've both been going crazy. Well, all of them have. All right, this is my NinjaTrader platform, you guys. And I get all of these levels from Robert Anderson. I've got links. You can go find him. I put it on the screen here. These auto-populate. Everything you see on my screen auto-populates every day. Anytime I turn on my computer, all the lines, the levels, the EMAs, the SMA, everything auto-populates. So it's all in indicators up here, wherever indicators is right here. So this is an opening range box. Many of you probably trade an opening range break. I've traded it many times in ThinkOrSwim. So I was very comfortable with this trading style that he's doing right here, this portion of it. There's many things that he talks about with all these levels. I won't get into it today. We're just going to real quick go over this area right here and how this opening range box affected my trades and the trading this morning and how much money there was to be had. All right, I'm on the micro gold contract. And I do not trade minis right now, although I do watch them. You'll see down here I have many charts and I do watch the minis, but those are too rich for my blood. I need to trade the micros. And I'm in the sim. I show you right here. It's the simulator. What I'll do on a normal trading day, I'll pull in my live account so I can toggle back and forth here over to the right between a simulator and real money. Because if I'm really confident about a trade, I'll go ahead and switch over to live money. And then here I have my ATM. So actually I should have this on gold. And then I was only trading one share right here because I was not confident in this trade and it did not work out. And I should know that I was trading one. So that usually tells me that I'm not confident. So good thing I was on the sim. All right. This automatically populates this 15-minute range box in NinjaTrader. And what it is it's the 521 candle because gold opens at 520. And this box starts forming the high and the low of the first 15 minutes of the opening of gold. So right here at 6:30 or 5:35, and again, I'm West Coast time. So at the 5:35 candle, this box stops forming, but I have programmed it so that the bottom of the box, that dotted teal line, and the top of the box, the dotted teal line at top, they extend out for about 2 or 3 hours the rest of the day, about 3 hours. So because this price action will bang up against this box many times throughout the morning, and you can take trades off it. So I do like those levels to stay there. I'll tell you right now, the 3 moving averages that I have on this chart right now, this right here, this red line, little thick red line, that's a 105 period SMA. And that is what the 5-minute traders see on their chart, which would be a 21 SMA on their chart. So we put that on a 1-minute chart by programming it to be 105 periods. And then this thin gold line right here, that's also from a 5-minute chart. That's the 9 EMA off a 5-minute chart. So that one, I've gone into indicators, pulled it up, and changed the periods to look back 45 periods, which of course gives us a 9 EMA on a 5-minute chart. But it allows me to see the 9 and 21, what the 5-minute traders are seeing on their chart. And the levels do react all day against these levels. I have to say, I'm impressed with this system that Robert has. All right, then that thick gold line right there, that's a normal 9 EMA on the 1-minute chart. It's just your standard 9 EMA. All right, and then we have the donking channel low, donking channel high up here. I won't go into that right now. I want this to be short. And then this red line right here, little dots, that's going to be the very mid band of your box, your 15-minute opening range box. And then these dots, the green dots, are the new pivots. So I can always look back and see what my pivot that I want to try to pass if I want to go long. If I think the price action is going long and it goes past this pivot, that at least gives me a good indication. And it's not like you need that indicator there or these low pivots. But if you're new, which I am fairly new, it's only been a couple of years. If you're new at reading charts, you can put these on here so that you can see what those previous pivots were. Are you heading up in price? Are your highs getting higher or are they getting lower? Like right here, they're starting to get lower. So I just use them kind of like training wheels. If you think it's messy, don't do it. If you can see everything with nothing on it and you can remember where this box is, I'm sure there's traders out there who visualize this range right here in 15 minutes and they probably just memorize it and have it in their head. Whatever. This works for me. I love it. All right. So what happened is the price, I don't touch it inside this box. I just don't trade inside this area and I just wait and see what's happening. And of course, I've looked back to see what gold has done overnight. I get up, I've already been up at this point 2 to 3 hours and have been watching this. And sometimes I'll actually take a trade way before this during London session. All right, so price came down here, stopped right here. We formed the end of the box and it came up slightly and came down. I wasn't confident that this was going to shoot up to this area. Sometimes what it will do, price will come down here, come up quite a bit, come down, retest, and go. And this just wasn't very much space right in here. It didn't really get a good push up. So I wasn't quite sure if I should take it long. Now it did peak below. You'll see the box here. It just peaked below and tapped down. And so and then it came up. So I thought, oh yeah, we're going. Well, I got in right here, right above this candle. I got in. I ended up getting out here and oh no, I got out. Oh shoot, I can't tell. Oh, I got in here and it actually came down and I got out. And here's why. Right on this candle. I actually realized that this EMA and this SMA were right in the way, and I felt that it could start ping-ponging between the two. And then you've got this one right here, and it did. So I got out. And then right here on this one, I got in right here at, God, this is hard to read. And I should really make these videos right after I do all this because it's all fresh in my head. I get in right here. Blue is always our entry. And then this diamond right here, the purple diamond, that's the exit. So I got in here, I entered, and then I got stopped out. I thought this was heading up, even though I knew that it could get hung up here. And I made another big error here. Anyways, I knew it could get hung up. That's the reason why I let myself stop out, because then it started coming down. But what I failed to see was that price actually came up to this EMA right here, this 45 period EMA, and rejected and was then getting sent down. And I noticed that, and then I let myself stop out knowing that that's what was happening. So I actually took a small hit there. I waited because actually that candle is pretty long, you guys. In gold, some of these candles are hundreds of dollars. So I got a little freaked out. So anyways, it baselined right here, came back in here. I let it do all this. I should have taken it right here and I missed it. I actually ran real fast to get a cup of coffee, came back to my desk, and we were already up in this area right here. So I'll show you what happened. Price comes down, comes up over the bottom of the box, comes up, comes back, retests, sits on it, doesn't close all the way under, and start a new candle underneath. There was no space there. So it rested here. Not only did it rest here, it rested on that gold line right there. And technically this rested right here on the red line. So by the time I got back, we were already up in here in this area and I just let it go. But the entry, it would have been a nice entry right in here or even above this candle to get in right here and then take it long. And that right there to get in, I think I put somewhere right in here. If you got in right here and got in right at the line, that's the mid band of that opening range box. And they religiously take it to this level. This is standard what they seem to be doing every single day. It's been working out. That right there was 8 points. So you guys, 8 points on a regular gold contract, not just the micro, but the mini. That's $800 you could have made in just 4 candles. So I missed that. That was a big deal. Right here, I saw that it rejected. It tapped, it just wicked like 1 or 2 ticks right above that mid band and then rejected. And so I got in right here and I took an entry short. I held it through this and then I exited down here. So I did make 6 points. I put these notes in here. So I made 6 points. So that there was $60. It would have been 600 if I had taken a regular gold contract. So that wasn't bad. And I can't remember how much I was at that point because I did end up continuing to trade. I mean, there's other areas in here where I traded. I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to head to the end of, let's see if we can get very quickly to the end because I want to show you what some of these other levels are. Oh, this could take too long. Here we go. Okay. So you can see there's other levels marked here. The prior day high, prior day open, the current high, the prior day close, and the overnight open is in yellow. You can't see it because the overnight open gapped up slightly above the prior day close. And so those lines are really close together, but that's what that says. You've got the current low and the prior day low. These levels are all preset when I turn on my computer. Any time of day on any chart, I've got it all set. And then the labels are also there as well. And I've programmed the levels or the text to be offset. I think it's about 5 candles to the left here. So when price action is happening right in this area that you see here, I can still read those candles. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. Every video I do, I'll either be every day in ThinkOrSwim or in this NinjaTrader. And any trades I take, of course, that are live money, I'll share again if I have time. If you do want any of these indicators, if you want to see more in action what's going on here, I would go to Robert Anderson's YouTube channel. In his description of each video, he posts all these levels, what they are in NinjaTrader, because a lot of them are just regular scripts that are free in NinjaTrader. And then if you're interested in the ones that are not currently in NinjaTrader as standard, you can email him and just watch one of his lives and he talks about it. You can reach out to him. I would highly recommend watching one of his morning lives. This system is making a lot of people money, and he's just over the years traded and figured all this out. He's an amazing guy. He's not selling anything. He's way too busy. He's just helping people. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here to this week's total. Week ending was only $31.07. I will not be retiring anytime soon. Oh my God. But the volatility in futures is amazing, and it's been very slow and hard in stock. So I'm actually going to switch. And futures is what I started with, so I'm happy to go back to it. And I just need to kind of brush up on some issues here that I might have that I haven't traded them in a while. So, all right, guys, let me know what you traded. And I hope you have a great weekend. And hopefully I'll be trading next week if I'm not too busy. All right, bye.